Hello, I'm Mike Paulus, Town Manager for North Branford. I'm joined here today with Chief Halloran of the North Branford Police Department and Chief Seward of the North Branford Fire Department. We're here to bring you information regarding the COVID-19 virus on a local level. It is imperative that we provide citizens of North Branford with local information as to how we as a town government are trying to get ahead of the coronavirus. We will provide you with verified local information. This information will include how to protect yourself, your family, and the community. Further information will be provided on local resources available to our residents in an effort to make this difficult time easier for you. North Branford is a special community known for pulling together and supporting each other during difficult times. There is no doubt in my mind that our community will continue that tradition and support one another through this current event. Recently, extraordinary governmental declarations have been made in an attempt to slow and stop the coronavirus. On March 10th, Governor Lamont declared a public health and civil preparedness emergency regarding the virus for the state of Connecticut. This has had an impact on all of us. On March 13th, President Trump declared a state of emergency regarding the coronavirus. I ordered an emergency declaration as well for the town of North Branford on March 13th, not because we had any confirmed cases of the virus, but I wanted to put the town in a position to receive all available federal funding and access to any resources that the federal government could provide. We will be providing the community with information on several platforms in an effort to reach as many citizens as possible. After this announcement, we will utilize our Code Red system to contact as many residents as possible to inform you where to find the information you will need. We will be utilizing social media, and you can find us on Facebook at Town of North Branford. We will be updating and posting important verified information. Please share this page in an effort for us to connect with as many residents as possible. We will make periodic videos as needed, such as this one, and air it on Tutucket TV to provide information for those who do not use the internet. We will reach out to local media and important press releases for digital and traditional print. And if you have any questions or concerns, you may contact me at the office. We will provide contact information at the conclusion of this broadcast. Our team is in constant communication with the East Shore District Health Department and the school system Region 2 Emergency Management. We are all coordinating our efforts to mitigate the spread of the virus. At this point, I would like to acknowledge Fire Chief Seward and Police Chief Halloran and ask them to speak about their respective departments' efforts.
Thank you, Mike, for the opportunity to inform our citizens on the actions taken by the fire department in response to COVID-19. First and foremost, our department stands ready to respond to all calls for service. We have taken extraordinary steps to keep an open line of communication between command staff, company officers, and our dedicated fire and EMS personnel. As we monitored and watched the coronavirus spread and the effect on the population, we initiated action plans to prepare, respond, mitigate, and at some point recover from this pandemic. We have issued health and safety bulletins and general orders that changes the way we respond and operate at incidents. Our dispatchers will be providing responders with critical information related to patients who may be suffering from the ill effects of this virus. Our units have been stocked with additional PPE to be used during incident response. Revised procedures minimize the number of responders, thereby reducing exposure. You can expect to see personnel donning special PPE to minimize our exposure to you and you to us. Our Fire Marshal's Office has revised their work plans and are carrying out tasks based upon the need and fire and life safety priorities. The department is working in cooperation and collaboration with the North Branford Police Department, East Shore Health District, and our medical control from Yale Center for EMS to make the workplace safer for our personnel. We remain concerned about what the future will hold and aggressively work on plans that will provide uninterrupted fire and EMS operations. Since the declaration of state of emergency was enacted, we are working under a unified command structure. On a daily basis, we communicate with local and state officials via conference calls and emails. This allows us to give the public vetted material related to COVID-19. Our department is employing the use of electronic message and virtual video meeting applications to reduce face-to-face scenarios. Finally, we have adjusted our training and meeting schedules to maintain social distancing, but not social disengagement. We still have a mission to fulfill, and we will do this as one department, one family, with one goal: protecting the life safety of our citizens. Our listeners and viewers can follow us on our Facebook page, North Branford Fire Department, and through our webpage, www.northbranfordfire.com, and email us with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael and Chief Seward. The mission of the North Branford Police Department is to reduce crime and reduce the fear of crime. We are committed to our mission, and we will continue to provide you with the absolute best police services possible during this unusual time. We will communicate clearly and consistently to the public as verified information emerges, highlighting effective practices and dispel disinformation about COVID-19 by raising awareness of potential virus-related scam efforts and crime trends. Communications with the community will be accomplished through social media on the North Branford Police Department Facebook page, traditional media outlets, as well as periodic broadcasts on Totucket TV. Although we have made modifications to our responses to protect community and police officers, we will continue to be proactive and patrol businesses and neighborhoods and closely monitor trends. You will receive responses for all your calls for services. Some of the less serious complaints might be handled over the phone, and some of the responses may include dispatcher asking you to meet the officer outside. Just like the fire department, if officers respond to medical calls, they will most likely be donned in personal protective equipment. We have been and continue to coordinate with our surrounding towns in developing contingency plans in the event of staffing shortages in order to provide consistent police protection. We are coordinating with other local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies as well as local health officials. We want to thank you, the community, for your understanding and patience during this extraordinary time. Is that all right?
Gentlemen, thank you. Once again, we will continue to monitor the situation and provide you with information as it becomes available. Please continue to monitor us on Facebook, Totucket TV, the town website, the Totucket Times, and the internet and traditional-based news media. In closing, I would like to thank Chief Seward and Chief Halloran for joining me today. I'd like to thank all of our first responders, doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals, hospital staff, as well as state and municipal employees for their efforts. And finally, I'd like to thank you, our residents, for your patience and understanding during these challenging times. If you have any questions or concerns, I can be contacted at 203-484-6000 or by email at townmanager@townofnorthbranfordct.com. Chief Seward can be reached at firechief@townofnorthbranfordct.com, and Chief Halloran can be reached at halloran@nbpolicect.org or 203-484-2703. Thank you, and please be safe.